Hey guys, this is Torna, and Snowprint has come out and addressed the issues over the weekend, and I am incredibly happy with this. I just wanted to say huge shout out for these guys, because not only have they addressed it, they've also compensated it with a massive amount of compensation, which is amazing. So, if you didn't know, there was two issues over the weekend. The first one was an offer here that popped up that said, "Oh, so close," and it was you could spend some Blackstone and you're meant to get some shards for Calandis. However, it was saying something along the lines of, if you buy this, then you're going to be able to take her up to the next level, essentially, which wasn't entirely true. There were some people who were getting tiny amounts of shards that weren't going to be doing much. I think it was like 15 shards people were getting and stuff. And there was a few different issues based on it, and they've kind of addressed that, as well as towards the end of it, all of our shards for Calandis and all of our event currency all transformed into coins. And this was different to what was previously happening. Previously, what would happen was at the end of the like event, the what are they called? The Path of Eldari shards would transform into the actual shards for that character. So if you had 95 Path of Eldari shards, it transformed into 95 shards for Calandis. However, they ended up changing it for Calandis, so it didn't end up doing that. Instead, they just gave out coins based on all of that. So they've done two things here. They've gone in and addressed it all, and I'm just going to flip over to that so we can have a look at it. So first of all, the close offer that was broken, they're fixing it for the next update. There were several issues, but it all amounted to the same thing from our point of view. We all got the wrong shards if you bought it, basically. They decided to basically completely refund the Blackstone for everyone that bought that, which is amazing. That's a pretty good kind of thing to go about. Like, that's a really good way to kind of compensate for that. And the fact that, so first of all, there was a couple issues here with the timing. If you didn't see in game, they actually have a notification about it here, basically saying, look guys, it took a little bit for it to come out because it was a holiday in Germany, and they wanted to make sure they got their facts completely correct before it. So completely refunding all the people who bought the Calandis Oh So Close offer, and the end of event currency transforming into coins. It was intentional that it was meant to, and that way it was going to completely transform back into coins, because they'll explain that in the next slide. However, instead of kind of just ignoring it, saying, look, this was the intention, suck it up, princess, which I have seen from some other developers, especially in mobile games. A certain other developer would definitely say, hey, this was our intention, suck it up. They have decided to give you enough shards to be able to progress her to the next level step with a cap of 50 shards. Now, if we flip into my game, I actually got 50 shards, and like 50 flat shards, which is weird because I think it must have counted prior to all the shards that I already had, which means I can take her up to legendary, which is pretty good. Like, getting a full legendary unlock character, that's like essentially like a 6-star character in Marvel Strike Force. For I think I spent the $15 at the very start of the event, and that's it. This is insane. Like, this is almost like, if I get 5 more of these, I'll be able to have her as a legendary. And if you see where the legendary is, there's like only 1, 2, 3 steps above that, and then she's done. This is crazy. This is really good. This is really good kind of way to give people the like, get people into the game, because you can get a decent size of this character, which is why they've decided to do this. Basically, they changed it because they wanted people to unlock and advance the character, but they don't want people to necessarily max them. Because if they had have left it that way, I would have been able to completely, like, almost completely max her. I think I had like 90 or 80 shards or something like that there. Plus I've got the 90 I already had from requisitions. I would be able to get her up to like 4, 5 red star or something, which is crazy. They said, look, Please note that we've had quite a bit of feedback on this change, and we're in the process of going through that feedback and discussing what we should do. This is what game developers should do. They are communicating through it. Rata, who is the person who's in charge of communicating all this, an amazing job. I really like the fact that they've kind of gone so in depth into the why as well, not just hey, this is what we're doing to address it, but why they decided to make this change. Why they've decided to go ahead and change this is just really great. I really appreciate it. Is it kind of a bit of a bad change? Of course, for players who are playing the game, this is obviously going to be a step down in what was previously there, but it's a step down for a reason, and they're explaining why they're doing it, because they want to kind of, obviously, if every character came out and you're able to simply max them by doing the events, then they kind of will end up losing out on money from it. So obviously it's a decision that's made behind money, but the explanation behind it makes sense. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I want to say, again, just huge shout out. I really appreciate it. Feels good to be valued as a player. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great day and goodbye.